Hello, all of you beautiful people out there. It is me, Madison, and I hope you're doing so well today. Today, you guys, we are going to be making loaded chorizo nachos. Yes, ma'am. Who remembers, who's with me here, who remembers making nachos as a kid and all it was just chips and cheese, and you would just put grated cheese all over the chips and put it in the microwave for way too long and then you'd bring it out and the cheese would like solidify and be all bubbly, and then you'd go to like grab just one chip and then you'd end up grabbing like 6-7 chips because they were all stuck together, and it was just like so good, and you're like nom, as you watched all that on Nickelodeon. Just me? Okay, get nostalgic here, you guys. Okay, so today we are going to be making loaded chorizo nachos, and I'm pretty excited about it. So let's get started. I have my cast iron right here because I'm going to be putting the nachos in the oven to cook them up. So let's do it. Okay, you guys, so these chips right here from On the Border, I think, what is it, cafe style, these are my favorite chips. I love these chips. I can eat like the whole bag with just some salsa. So good. And they're nice and big, and like they're not thin. I hate thin tortilla chips. Like, who are you fooling? You dip it in a little bit of salsa and it's all soggy and chips and breaks off, and not for me. Not for me. I like them thick. She thick and I like it. Okay, so let's put some of these chips on here. Yeah, my cast iron is lightly greased with some olive oil. Okay, I gotta be careful. I don't want to break any of the chips. Just a little bit more. Okay, you guys, so I got the chips on there. Now, my plan A for this video was to do loaded barbecue pulled pork nachos, and I was going to use this right here. This is the Jackfruit Company barbecue jackfruit, and if you know anything about jackfruit, it's commonly used as a vegan substitute for pulled pork, and I've had it before and I've made it before with the jackfruit as a pulled pork substitute, and it's really good. So I got this product and I started to cook it up, and I was just not a fan of it. So now we're going to plan B, but I'm kind of bummed about this. There are other jackfruit products that I do want to try, but I wasn't a fan of this. I didn't like the barbecue sauce. I didn't like the way it tasted, and I also didn't like the texture of the jackfruit. It was too hard and firm, and you know how like jackfruit will like kind of spread and get stringy if you mush it. It was a no-go for me. But you guys, I'm actually really excited for this right here. So instead of the barbecue jackfruit, we are going to be using some chorizo. Now this is soy riso, and it is amazing. If you've ever had soy riso, I love it so much. It's so good and flavorful. Then I put some onions, corn, and I sauteed it up with some black beans in there, and we're going to put this on our nachos instead. Yes, ma'am. Doesn't that look good? Yummy. Okay. So let's put this all over the nachos. All over. Yum, yum. This stuff is so good. I could just eat it on its own all day long. It's so yummy. Okay, you guys, so now we're gonna put on some nacho cheese. This cheese is from the Honest Stand right here. Here's what the packaging looks like. I use this stuff all the time. It is my favorite like cheddar style vegan cheese. So we're just gonna pour this on here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's already looking amazing. So now we're gonna add this is just the rest of the Trader Joe's vegan mozzarella style shreds, and we're gonna just sprinkle that on top, and then I'm gonna go put it in the oven. I have the broiler on for like, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. So get on there. I'll be right back. Look at this, you guys. Okay, so It just came out of the oven or the broiler, melted all the cheese real nice and yummy like. Okay, so now we are going to be putting on some sour cream. The sour cream that we are going to be using is upside down. This is the Tofutti sour cream. I always say Tofutti. It's Tofutti. Tofutti sour cream. This is my favorite vegan sour cream out there. You mix it with a little bit of salt and vinegar, like white distilled vinegar, or you can use like jalapeno juice or whatever, and it's really, 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 really good. So let's put that on there. Yum. Oh, I love sour cream. We've got some fresh diced tomatoes, of course, a bunch of diced onion. Of course, I love onions. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then I've got some cilantro that we're gonna pop on there. And some jalapenos. Just a few. Pop those bad boys on there. Oh, hello. One of the best parts, avocado. I cannot forget about the avocado. Oh, look at that gooey cheese stretch. What? The Trader Joe's cheese has a cheese stretch. It's fucking wild. I'm totally buying my cheese from Trader Joe's now. Way to go, Trader Joe's. That's so cool. And it's delicious. So, Happy New Year's, you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful 2019 already. You guys, you want to hear about my New Year's? Ooh, look at this. Damn. Let me get the food off my face. You guys want to hear about my New Year's? So, I have a little story time to tell you about a friend of mine. So, I have a friend who went down to San Antonio to go work for a bit. And he texted me because we're pretty close, and he texted me and he said, he was like, I'm not feeling very well, I might need to go to the hospital, but he has dogs, and he's like, I don't have anybody to watch my dogs. I'm like, what, dude? So I call him, and he's like, I really, really, really don't feel well. Some water. Crazy water. This was the day before New Year's. And I'm like, you need to come back to Austin. Or I think it would be a good idea for you to come back to Austin because, you know, you have a support system here. Sorry, one second. You have a support system here of, you know, people who can help you out and take you to the hospital and take care of your dogs and all this stuff if you need to. I should also mention that he was having like heart palpitations, and it was really scaring him, and it was giving him really bad anxiety. So that's scary. So he's like, okay. So I go down there and I pick him up. This was the next day, actually. I talked to him, and then the next day is when I come pick him up after I get off work. And so he's like, I've been feeling fine all day. I've been feeling fine all day. So that's great. Perfect. So that's time. And he's excited about that because, you know, I mean, honestly, like, heart palpitations? What? No way. That's scary, scary stuff. I feel so bad for him. I can only imagine, like, the fear he must have, feeling like his heart's gonna, like, stop or something. So, he comes back to Austin and he stays the night at my house. And in the morning, he wakes up and he's like, I'm gonna take a shower. It's like, okay, take a shower. And, he said he felt fine and everything. And I'm still asleep. And then he comes in my room and he's like, I need to go to the hospital. And I'm like, what? And he's like, no, I need to go now. And I was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, I gotta go to the hospital. I have to go. And I'm like, this is serious because this guy, all right, he does not, like, he's one of those people, like, he won't tell you if something's wrong ever, ever, ever. He'll just, like, suffer in silence or, you know, whatever. Like, if he has, you know, a backache or whatever, you know, he's one of those people who doesn't, like, complain about anything. So when he said that, I was like, okay, like, seriously, something's wrong. And that's why, like, when he texted me that he, you know, feels like he might need to go to the hospital the day before, I was like, okay, like, this is serious. So he gets my keys and he starts walking out the door. I'm like, wait. I'm gonna drive you. He's like gonna take my car. So we get in the car and he's like kind of hunched over but like tensed up like this. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, my heart is like skipping beats and it feels like somebody just like grabbed my heart with a huge fist and just squeezed it as hard as possible. And he said he started feeling numbness in his extremities. And now his heart just kept skipping beats. So I drop him off at the front and he like runs in or whatever. And you know, like when you go into a hospital or emergency room and you say like you're having chest pains or you feel like you're having a heart attack, like they're gonna, because he thought he was having a heart attack, they're gonna take you in, they're gonna admit you immediately, right? Like if you come in and you're like, I don't know, whatever, you go into the emergency room, like you've got a fever or whatever, like they'll make you wait, right? They saw him right away. So I go and I park the car. I finally find a parking spot, which it just took me like 2-3 minutes. I go in there and I told the nurse who I'm there to see, and they take me right back immediately. And he's already in the hospital or in the bed with the stickers and the wires already all stuck on him. He's all hooked up to the machine's IV already. I'm like, whoa, that was so fast. They were on it like it's their job or something, right? And my friend is just like sitting there like, you can see the stress in his eyes, and I just felt so bad for him. And the doctors like did a heart x-ray and whatever test they ran, and they didn't see anything bad, which is good. And they just kind of like chalked it up to anxiety. But like, how do you, like, I feel bad for him because, like, you know, I don't know what it's like. I've never like suffered through anything like that. So when the doctors are telling him it's anxiety, I'm like, okay, yeah, like it's anxiety. You start, your adrenaline starts running. You lose the feelings in your hands, right? Because like your heart is trying to bring all the extra blood from your extremities to make it pump faster. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know anything about medical shit at all, so I'm probably wrong. But anyways, the doctor's like, it sounds like you're having an anxiety attack, blah, blah, blah. And my friend's like, no, this is different than any other time. They gave him Zadafam, some kind of like Xanax type drug. And he did calm down because he was wired for sound when he got there. Every nurse that came in, he was going a million miles a minute trying to talk about like what happened and how he was feeling, because he was pretty high stress, you know. And then they gave him the medicine and he was chill. Poor guy. I feel really bad for him because he must be terrified, you know. Oh my god, words are hard. Heart palpitations. I can't even imagine. It must be so scary. Because you know what it feels like when you get really scared and your heart like skips a beat or something? Like he described it like that, but like 10 times worse. And I freak out when I get like really, really scared and my heart skips a beat. I'm like, like it freaks me out. But I can't imagine anything worse than that. Oh my god. So that was my New Year's. He got discharged like immediately, which was, you know, I guess good. And then we went to H-E-B to go get something. I was like, I'll make you whatever you want. So we went to H-E-B to go get food. And then later on that day, he had bought something for his dog and it was in the fridge. I was like, are you going to give this to your dogs? And he looks at it, he's like, what's that? I said, you bought it. It's for your dogs. He's like, I don't remember getting that. I was like, we got it when we were at H-E-B earlier today. He was like, we were at H-E-B today? It's like, yeah, dude. He's like, see, that's why I don't want to get on that medication stuff. Because it makes me all loopy. You don't remember anything. I'm like, yeah, dude. One time I took Xanax. I took half a pill of Xanax, you guys. This is when I was just a kid. I didn't know what Xanax was. And I was at the club. I was at the fucking cowboy rodeo. My friend's like, here, you want this? I'm like, what is it? Xanax? I'm like, okay, cool. Like thinking I'm cool. Fuck. No, I will never take Xanax again. I woke up with my skirt over my, up here, like as a shirt. I still had on my leggings and my skirt up here, one boot on, and no ID, no nothing. No money, just my phone. And then I looked at my call logs and I talked to my ex-boyfriend for like 20 minutes that night. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? I'll never touch that again. Ugh. Anyways. So, I guess all in all, oh my God, look at this. Oh, so good. All in all, yeah. They checked it up to him having an anxiety attack, which really kind of sucks because, you know, like that terrifies him. He doesn't want to hear that. He's like, dude, there's something actually wrong with my heart. But then just a few days ago, one of my coworkers, the same exact thing happened to him. He was like standing there and he's like, man, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. And then he just really started to freak out. And he's like, my heart's skipping beats and beating really fast. And he's like, you know, he starts to sweat and he's freaking out and like kind of like holding his breath and tensing up. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. So you gotta breathe, control your breathing. We had to call the ambulance and stuff to come get him, because he thought he was having a panic attack. It's wild what our bodies will do to us, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Have any of you suffered from any kind of anxiety or panic attacks where you thought you were having a heart attack? Scary stuff, man. Oh yeah. On Instagram, also follow me on Instagram, Madison Mukbang, okay? Somebody took my corn dog video and put it up on their Instagram. Somebody reposted like a clip from my corn dog video. Like there's so many like mukbang accounts on Instagram that repost my corn dog video clips. Let me turn off sound. And put it on their Instagram. And this particular account, youmukbang.eats, got over 500,000 views, which is so exciting. Thank you so much to youmukbang.eats. It's exciting to me. I love when people repost my stuff because that's just like, you know, more exposure for me. So shukbang, where you at, boo? But anyways, it's just so funny to read the comments because like people are going in on me. Messy, messy. Well, that is it for me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!